Alright guys, hey, what's up? I'm Turner and I'm gonna show y'all how to apply my Fallout theme today. Pretty interesting. There's a few things we gotta do first before we even consider putting it on. First thing, before you download, or you can download it first, after you get my app, go to settings and go to security, wherever security is, and make sure unknown sources is enabled, because the way my app is set up is you open it and then you have the options to install the color you want, and that requires it to install another app. So since you didn't technically download the app that it's installing from the store, it's gonna throw up a red flag and tell you no. But if you enable unknown sources, even if it's just to install it, you can install it, then unenable it. It doesn't matter. But if you don't enable it, it's not going to install. So, tip 1, make sure you do that. Alright, let's go ahead and say you've got my app. Go ahead and install it. This is the free version, so none of these will work. But if you have the paid version, you'll have the options to install whichever color you want. You can install one or all, and you can also uninstall them through your Manage App settings. So that's nice. But here we're just going to install white, and I'm going to show y'all how to do everything with just plain free white version. Go ahead and hit install. It'll say done. And then after you're done with this, you can throw this away. You can uninstall it, whatever. You don't have to keep it. You can always download it again if you need it. But next, we're going to go ahead and remove everything from your desktop. Or more specifically, the dock, if you have a dock. Because we're going to turn it off, and if you don't take everything out, it's going to hide them. So you kind of have residual apps hidden. I don't know if that affects anything, but personally, I'll always just make sure I remove it all. And go to Nova settings real quick. Go to desktop grid. Make sure you set rows to 12 and columns to 7. Any other ratio near that, like 8 and 5, 8 and 4, it'll be close. It'll be pretty much the same, but I use 12 and 7 because that's what I designed it on. Height, make sure it's on none, as well as width and height, make sure they're both on none. Persistent search bar, turn it off. Shadow is your preference. Label icons, I turn it off personally, but it's completely up to you. Make sure resize all widgets is on, because you'll be doing some resizing, as well as a widget overlap and overlap when placing. This helps you place stuff on top of other stuff. Pretty straightforward. Dock, make sure you turn that off as well. Look and feel. This has the notification bar in it. If you don't have Nova Prime, you don't have gestures to enable the search bar, or not the search bar, the notification bar, so you're kind of going to lose it if you don't have Nova Prime. So if you don't have Nova Prime, go ahead and leave it ticked. You'll have the search bar, which, I don't know why I keep saying search bar, notification bar. You're still going to have it, and it's going to look out of place a little, but for convenience, it's nice to have. So I'm going to turn it off, as I have Nova Prime and I have the gestures. And I'll show you how to do those real quick. Gestures, just for swipe down, put expand notifications. So now when you're on your desktop and you swipe down anywhere on the screen, it'll bring down the notifications. Alright. Next, labs. If you're having problems and we just can't seem to figure it out, you've messaged me and we just can't really figure out what's going on. Like, you've got all the widgets are white or they aren't updating. Just come here real quick. How you get here is on this screen, press and hold down on your volume, and it'll pop up. It'll say labs enabled. And just click it. And some things that may work for you is restore widgets faster and the image cache. You know, I mean, it's all experimental stuff. I don't really know what any of it is, I'll be honest, but it has helped some people. So it's always the option. Next is the aggressive desktop down here. If you having problems with Nova messing up, that's how you get around that. It'll keep it in the memory and it won't hide it. It's not really a problem on 4.0 and up, but if you do have a problem, I don't know if you have like a low memory, if you only have like 512 megabytes of RAM on your phone or something, that may help you. But once again, it's just experimental. Now that's done. Let me think if we need anything else real quick. No. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and set the wallpaper just so we can kind of build around it. These will be available for download. So go ahead and set it to portrait. And like I said, I'll make sure to include all of these in a folder. You can just download them to your phone, and I got them in all the colors, so it's nice. I'll be applying the white one here, or it's kind of greenish, but I think it looks better than flat desaturated white. Alright, now let's go ahead and start adding the widgets. Press and hold on your home screen and press widgets. Scroll all the way down to UCCW, and I use 2x2, but it really does not matter at all. You'll have all these widget options. You won't have these. I'll show you how to install these too later, but that's how it's kind of complicated, the app list, because UCCW doesn't allow me to include APKs or allow the ability to edit text in APKs rather. So I have to distribute them as a UZIP, which I'll show you how to download and install those in a second. But go ahead and hit Fallout Bottom. Tap it, it'll show up. Stretch it out and pull it up. And I believe I have hotspots enabled, so press it and it'll launch. Now I'll show you how to change hotspots real quick. Like for example, Chrome, this doesn't launch anything, even though I have Chrome, but it's the beta. So we're going to have to change it to Chrome Beta. What you're going to want to do is go to Apps, go to UCCW, go into the settings. Actually, you don't even know. It's not in settings. It's right here. Lock widgets. Turn it off. Now, you just click on it anywhere, and it'll bring up the hotspot editor. Now, you see hotspot 4 is the Chrome. Go ahead and hit Chrome Beta, and then you don't even have to hit save, but make sure you turn it back on before you leave. It'll refresh, and now Chrome Beta will launch. And also, I have this, and I have every one of these. If you buy this or get the free version and you need the UZIPs, I'll send you the UZIPs, no hassle. Just email me, I need the UZIPs for, and then put the color. But if you bought it and you need the amber, blue, or green UZIPs, make sure you include the email that you bought it with, or the name on the account that you bought it with, so that I can verify that you did get it. And I'll send you the UZIPs as soon as I can. And in the UZIPs, it allows you to change all the names right here. If you don't like call message apps, Chrome and Cam, you can change it to change messaging to Hangouts. You can change it to whatever you want. And I'll include all the fonts as well, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll make another video on using UZIPs, I guess. If enough people do want to edit this, I'll make a video for it. Okay, next one. Let's go ahead and add the notification center. UCCW 2x2. It'll be Notif Center, and then the color. If you have amber, it'll be amber, blue, whatever. Go ahead and tap it, and it sizes up like this. And it'll show your next alarm. You can also access your alarm by this. You can turn it off, turn it on, whatever. RADS is the time, or not the time, the weather, the temperature. It leads to eye and sky weather, but if you want to change that to a different weather app, say use AccuWeather or some Google weather, I don't even know if that exists, but if you want to change it, just do the same thing we did down here and change it like that. messages and calls, and for the temperature, you're going to want to turn off the little temperature symbol sign, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Degree symbol, yeah, duh. Turn it off. It's in the UCCW settings. If you leave it on, it looks kind of goofy, but if you turn it off, it looks good. And also, this is where you change it to metric. If you use Celsius versus Fahrenheit, you would change it right here. Also, a couple other things that are good to note right here is you can change your weather provider. Yahoo is the one I use. It seems to be the best. Location, I suggest hitting show short form of location, mainly because if you don't do that and it auto locates you to some weird address like this, I don't know where this is, it'll show this full address. It'll 909 Newport Beach, League City, United States. It'll show that whole thing instead of just League City. So we want it to just show the city. So that's what this button does. Also, if it's not updating for you and it shows you're in New York, I know a lot of people on HTC have that problem, and some S3s have that problem as well. Just turn off auto location and set your location manually. Also, update interval, I set it to 15. It may take more battery, but 15 seems to do it for me. And then force widget update. This will keep the time and everything flowing whenever your screen's off. I leave it on because I don't really have battery issues, but if you want to turn it off, it's up to you. I don't care. But that may help with time and weather not updating for some people. Okie dokie, so that's done. Now we need to add another one. Widgets. Let's go ahead and add the corner bit. Nice one. It goes up here, or on the other side, wherever you want, and it toggles the voice settings, not Google Voice as in the app Google Voice. It doesn't toggle this. It toggles this. So if you want to change it to that, feel free to. Same way we did this. And this toggles Google Now, which is just Google search, and then settings. Alright, and show you a couple other things before I, whoops, dropped my phone. A couple other things before I show you how to do the app list. Let's do the little Fallout Boy guy, Vault Boy. I designed him to go right here. He resides right there. But I mean, he doesn't link to anything. He's not hotspotted. If you want hotspots, just ask me and I'll give you a hotspotted version of him. But he's just for show. Now I guess we can go ahead and add the main one. Fallout-main is going to be the main background part. And you're going to want to click it, put it in the top corner, and drag it down like so. And it should line up perfectly with the bottom if you have it set to 12:7. Data, this button right here, refreshes the weather and the alarm, and it'll probably actually reset the location if your location is lagging behind. Just hit that and it'll refresh it all. And it shows the date, time, battery level, location. And this is where the short form comes in handy. Otherwise, this will be jutting off the screen over here and it won't look good. So make sure you hit the short form. Alright, let's go ahead and add the app list. First thing you're going to need to do is install the app list. And I'll put the download in the description, or it'll be on my Google Plus page as well. And you're just going to download that folder. It'll just be a folder, no unzipping, and go to UCCW and hit open. Hit open UZIP, and hit up until you find a screen like this, and then find your downloads folder. For everyone, it's different. Mine is just download, but it'll be in the folder with DCIM, and it'll be in the folder with DCIM and a bunch of other stuff like media and notifications, pictures. It'll be amidst all these, but mine is just download. Yours may be different. And these will be in a folder, it'll probably be labeled app list folder, and just tap them and it will install them. I already have them installed, so there it is. Do the same for both of them. Install the second one, and you don't have to save them, just open them and they'll add it to the app list. Now you want to add it, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a new widget. And here they are. They'll show up. They won't have a little F, but they'll be there. Just click on them, tap it, and pull it down. And just size it however you want. I mean, it's strictly user choice here. It's a little big. There we go. That looks good to me. And these are hotspotted, so they open up the rightful things. So the second part will line up right underneath it. They did have to. It couldn't be one tall one because there's only so many text options in UCCW, and so it has to be 2 parts. I'm sorry. I know it's an inconvenience, but it's the only way to do it. It'll line up right underneath it, and it fits pretty good. These just repeat right now, but you can change them like so. You just go to apps, go to UCCW, hit open saved skins, and if you've only done this Fallout skin, these are going to be the only things there. If you install a bunch of other ones from DeviantArt or My Color Screen, wherever, you'll have more uzips here. But since these are the only ones, just go ahead and click App List A, and if you want to change the options, just hit. They're all in chronological order, so 1 is Google, 2 is Twitter. Just go down the list. So 1, we're going to change Google. Let's change it to a Reddit client. All right, so say we got Reddit. Now it'll read Reddit. And then if you want to change the hotspot for it, go to hotspots, hotspot 1, go to app, find your Reddit client. Mine's Reddit sync. There it is. And hit save. It won't update automatically. I know it doesn't like to, so you're going to need to just re-add it. Go, and it'll link to Reddit. Come on, why isn't it? Whoa. This isn't good. There it goes. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but now it works. And, yeah, that's how you do that. Let's get rid of those. Alright, here's another issue. If you come across that you can't tap these, it's because this right here is overlaying it. So just hit tap on it, hold it, and press send to back. And then you'll gain access to all these. Now, I'm going to show you all how to do the map one real quick. It's a pretty cool one. Right here, just hit map and pull it down, pull it across, pull it up. And these can all link to different locations. I don't know what is, something's glitching up there, but I don't know what's going on. These all link to different locations. So say you want to change your, well, you're going to have to change all of these. They all link to nothing right now. So you want to change your home address. So go ahead and turn hotspot mode off. Tap on it. And now go here, hit hotspots, hit shortcut, and then hit directions. If you have Google Maps installed, you're going to have Google Maps for it to work. But you choose your destination, and 111 Elm Street, wherever you live, and then shortcut name home. Hit save. So now, whenever you hit, you don't have to save it now, but you do have to enable hotspots, which I didn't do. Now whenever you hit home, it'll automatically bring up the location. And then you'll have the option to go there. So I'm not hooked up to the internet right now, so it doesn't work. But it'll work for you. But that is pretty much it. There are a few other widgets that I did include, like there's a little clock, there's an analog clock that looks like the rad counter, which is pretty, oh no, I added the map again. Oh god. I'm tired of doing that. I'm just gonna resize this so I can touch behind it. Go ahead and add the, what I want to add. Let's add the analog clock. This is the rad counter. I mean, it doesn't really go with anything, but I think it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's just a little, rad clock. I thought it was pretty nifty. No one may like it, but I thought it was cool. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, feel free to edit it however you like. You can make the app list just sit in the bottom and have the weather on top. It doesn't matter. Like so, you put the weather up here. It's a little big. And then down in the bottom corner, add an app list. Let's add this one. And so you got quick access to a few apps. You can even, if you want to just add 4, you can disable the Twitter one, and it'll line up perfectly all the way across, and it'll look pretty neat. But yeah, it's customizable however you want. Doesn't matter to me. Your app, do what you want with it. Hey, you can delete it and never use it again. I don't care. You want free? This is a free market. But that's pretty much it. If there's any other problems that I can think of, I'll post another video or I'll add to this one and I'll account for those issues. But for now, that is how you install it, and please feel free to leave me a comment anywhere this video is posted, whether it be YouTube, Google+, or Reddit. Just feel free to comment, and if you have any questions, you can put questions everywhere, just wherever you want, just throw them out there. I mean, you can email me. There's like 2 email addresses you can get to me at. Message me on Reddit, message me on Google+, message me on YouTube, comment anywhere. If you put it out there, chances are I will see it eventually. But if you really need something right away, or as soon as possible, I suggest emailing me via the play listing in the store. My Google Play developer email is listed at the bottom, and you can just email me from there. But please rate, and if you have the money and you like it, go ahead and buy the 99-cent version. It's pretty cool. It gives you the default Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas colors, as well as blue, but I don't know if anyone uses blue. But white is free, as I said, because I initially released white for free on Reddit, so I feel that everyone who already has it should be able to continue updating it. So there you go. Please enjoy, and y'all have a great day.